How you doing, sweet ones? It's a beautiful evening. Mama Kitty's coming to join us. Say hi, Mama. Sweet ones, a wave of energy came in about... I started feeling about 2 hours ago. Let this intensity go, sweet ones. Excuse me. Breathe into it. It's just another circle on the roller coaster, if you will. Much is being projected out. Remember, sweet ones, we're in the process of having timelines collapse, timelines distort themselves. Hello, how you doing? And allow them to take place. Allow it to fall away. And my neighbors or somebody, a visitor or something, saying hi to me. And really, the intensity is going to increase. You're going to find a lot of those that have chosen not to ascend and not to awaken. The straitjacket is being tightened, sweet ones, and they are really starting to project out right now. And as time has, the magnetic field, for those of you who are not aware, has shifted greatly in the past 48 hours. And with that comes a speed up of time. And whenever you have a speed up of time, sweet ones, you're going to have these intense waves. And you're going to have more and more separation, collapsing, merging, whatever label you want to give it. You're going to have them fall away. Remember, nothing that is not of the frequency of love can go onto the new grid. Nothing. And leading up until this full moon in Aquarius and partial lunar eclipse, if you will, come Monday, is really going to, it's presenting it through everything that's happening right now. Remember, as the more encoded the more you integrate and take in these light encoded filaments that are bathing the planet and all of humanity, if you will. Even those that have chosen not to awaken and ascend, they're getting them too. Whenever you put light into condensed light, or what humanity labels as darkness, shadows, whatever you want to call it, lower frequencies, it's going to bring up all of that up to the surface. And for those who have chosen not to ascend and not to awaken, they will project it out. And that's why you are the pillars of peace, and the pillars of light, and the pillars of love. You got this, sweet ones. Remember, everything that is coming up is never what the physical presents. It's there to give you one of two choices. To be peace, to remain in your heart, even if you have to breathe and close your eyes, just so you don't engage. Remember, the second you engage, you're claiming it as your own. And if it's not triggering an emotion or anything in you, then don't claim it. Now, if it is triggering something in you, sweethearts, still, don't engage, but observe that which is being triggered. Because that is what you need to love back to love. And love through love as you're loving it back to love. And so as these energies are bringing this stuff up to the surface, even in those who have chosen not to awaken and ascend, and don't judge it, hold space for them. Honor their free will choice to not awaken, to not ascend. It's okay. Just as you've gone through many incarnations because your soul needed those experiences to evolve in love. You can't fall in love. You can only evolve. So too, do their souls still need that learning, and that's okay. And that's why it's important to love what arises, hold space for them, even if they are projecting it out onto others. Allow them to be them. Allow and honor their free will choices. How you doing, Christina, Michelle, Sandy, Jenny? Who'd I miss? Jamie, and another Michelle, I guess. I love you, sweet ones. Big hugs and blessings. And Jenny, hanging on for dear life. That's it, too. Enjoy the roller coaster ride, and I'm not a fan of them. Seriously. I've rode a roller coaster one time in my life. That was enough for every incarnation I've ever been in. Straight up, it took me and of course, the roller coaster that I went on, the first one I've ever ridden, and the last one too, happened to have 3 loops frontward, and the ride started out. This was Ocean City, Maryland, over, oh gosh, I don't know, a few years ago. And they started out the roller coaster going backwards through these hoops, right? And I'm telling you, had I eaten something, the people in front of me probably wouldn't have been very happy. But it's a good thing I hadn't eaten. But when I got off of that roller coaster, this lady looks at me that was waiting for her kids to get off. She goes, "Are you okay, ma'am?" I said, "I don't think so." She goes, "You don't look it." She goes, "You're pure white." I said, "I'm sure I am." And I literally had to sit on a bench. It took me 45 minutes to ground myself, to get out of that space. And that's what these energies are doing, sweet ones. You're going on a roller coaster that just isn't going to stop. So really allow yourself to observe what is arising, and observe those that are projecting out to you. Remember, I've likened it to a straitjacket. Well, now we're going on the 3rd straitjacket because the first 2 didn't squeeze it out. So liken it to a 3rd one being put on you and tightening again. And that is really what those who have chosen to not awaken and ascend is going through, sweet ones. Just as stuff is coming up for you to release, it is too for them. The only difference, sweet ones, is they're in a space, they're in a frequency of still outside of them controlling how they feel, controlling their emotions. And so I went out, Jamie, I went to Maryland. The first time I went to Maryland was in 2009. I had 3 foot surgeries there. I had 2 in Montana. I have 2 5-inch, 2 4-inch, and a 1-inch screw in my right foot. And that's when I was in Maryland. And too big of a city for me. I bless them. But allow whatever is occur, sweet ones. That's why we keep telling you to focus right here. And another thing, manifestation is almost instant right now. So if you give in to any kind of fear, it's going to produce itself. So if you're afraid of being homeless, don't focus on that. Don't engage in that fear. Just say, "I know, Spirit, you're going to provide for me." And let it go. Release the fears. You don't need them no more. You're golden. You've graduated. And another thing I'd like to say is this. And this is why we encourage you to stay right here and not let this outside physical world and the chaos and turbulence of the energies being released through the collective, through the individuals, to really stay in your heart. Because, sweet ones, the physical plane is a plane of duality and a plane of polarity. The answer will always lie in the polarity of the experience, of what you need to see. Now keep this in mind. Humanity has been enslaved to live in poverty, to live in fear, to live in struggle. Now, the divine universal law of polarity, cause and effect, karma, I can name every single universal law because they're all interconnected. But understand this. In order to bring anything back to 0 point, and everything begins at 0 and ends at 0, that is called the middle path. That is the middle of this pendulum that keeps swinging. But everything, in order to bring it back to 0 point, sweet ones, means you have experienced fear, you have experienced poverty, you have experienced lack. Excuse me, you have experienced struggle. You have to experience joy, peace, love, harmony, abundance, and prosperity to neutralize and 0 point everything. So know this, the reason we tell you and encourage you and ask you to stay in here in your peaceful heart is because here in that space of peace, it knows that you have to experience the polarity to zero point it. So in this space here, everything that you've been working for is manifesting through here, not through this outside world. And it is the outside world that you continue to engage and participate in and feed energy to that prevents you from zero pointing everything out. Understand, you have struggled, you have lived in poverty, you have lived in fear, you have experienced every aspect of lack. And in order to ascend and awaken, you have to be at 0 point, which means, sweet ones, you have to experience abundance. You have to experience joy. You have to experience peace. You have to experience happiness, because that is a universal law. So stay in your hearts. Stay right here, knowing, because you've already experienced the other, you have to experience the polarity, and it's here. It is here. Everything you guys have been working for through here on your journeys, all the healing back to wholeness, back to holiness, if you will, has brought you to this moment, because everything starts up here in energy, in the ethers, and has to work itself down. And because time has sped up so much, sweet ones, it's not taken as long for what has begun up here to manifest down here. So feel into your hearts. Stay in that peaceful heart center. Validate anything, including what I'm asking you to and what I'm sharing with you. Please validate everything within, and know that the polarity is here manifesting. You're about to experience joy, peace, love, harmony, abundance, prosperity in every way. The only place you know it, though, is right here. Not in this physical outside world. And as long as you can remain right here, sweet ones, through this roller coaster ride that I call Freedom Ride, and you allow the 3D grid to fall away, because it's already done. You've already closed the doors, sweet ones. And know, without a shadow of a doubt, that all that you desire, want, and need, you will experience, because it's of a divine law. It's a divine universal law. You got this. All you are is love, sweet ones. And you got this. No matter what is being presented, you are the way, the truth, and the life, and you are the glory. And you're going to feel that glory. And you're going to see that glory. And you're going to live that glory. Because it's manifesting right now. But in order for it to manifest, we have to allow the old to be released fully. And even for those that are not ascending, that have chosen not to awaken, they too need love. And they too need us to hold space for them, because they are still enslaved in the lower frequencies. And that's okay, because that's what we're here for. Each one of us are here on a mission of love. And it is our duty, it is our honor, it is our pleasure, and it is our mission, regardless of what an individual chooses, to love them and to hold space for them and to accept them just as they are. So let us allow each other to be who they choose to be. Let us accept the choices that they make without judgment. And let us love each other and ourselves through it all. You got this. You got this. And together we got this. So really stay in your peaceful hearts, sweet ones. Scream and enjoy the roller coaster ride, because you'll never experience another one as glorious as this freedom ride that we're on. And that is the only thing that truly matters. Be that pillar of peace. Be that pillar of love. And be that pillar of light, sweet ones. And know here that everything that is being released will be replaced with its polarity. And that polarity and dissipation in this physical plane is joy, peace, love, happiness, harmony, abundance, prosperity, bliss, perfect health. Because that is your divine birthright. And it is being delivered to each of us. I love you, sweet ones. You got this. Don't let this ride scare you too much. Just enjoy it and find the magic, no matter what it takes. And reach out. If you find yourself in a space, if you find yourself spiraling, if you find yourself irritable or frustrated, whatever it may be, and you're not able to it's seemingly not able to anchor it, transmute it, transform it, reach out. Whether it's to me, whether it's to another light worker, whatever it may be, reach out. Because that's what unity is all about. You already are oneness. We've never left that. We may have forgotten it, but we've never left it. And now we are coming together in unity. You're not sheeples no more, sweet ones. You're not breeds of animals. You're not any of that. Those labels, those definitions. You're none of it. We are one heart. We are one family. There are no more cultures, borders of cultures, border of countries, borders of religions. They've all been torn down. This is our freedom. And this ride to freedom, as rocky as it may be, is just releasing. And this roller coaster ride, is going to take us up to the total solar eclipse on the 21st, which is going to open many new realities and gateways and portals to new realities for that, providing you can let go of the old. So release it, sweet ones, let it go. Just let it go. And love your way through it and love each other through it. And love them back to love just as much as you have loved yourself back to love. Because there is nothing that exists but love. And we are that love. I love you, sweet ones. Big, big, big hugs and blessings. I'm here for you. If you need to, reach out. I'll get back to you. It may take me a while because I'm getting flooded with messages and I'm trying to help. I'm trying to assist as many as I can. Hold space and allow yourselves to share what you're going through. Because by doing so, you're allowing others to see and know in the outside physical illusion, and yes, I call it an illusion, that they are not alone. Because none of us are ever, ever alone. So reach out and put a smile in someone's heart today. Put a little magic in the air and put a sparkle in their eyes. Because there's many that have lost that sparkle and we're here to reignite it. I love you, sweet ones. Have a great night. Get out and enjoy the sunset. Play in the grass. Communicate with Gaia. And just allow that innocence and the purity and the holiness of all that you are rise through the physical. And allow that magic. Sweet ones, whenever you whenever you engage in love with Gaia, with nature, with water, with anything, when you do it from a space of here, you heal and transform at least an 18-mile radius around you. And for those of us in the higher frequencies, the higher in frequency you rise to, the more that radius extends out. For those of us in a very high frequency, anything that we do, transform, heal, energetic-wise or otherwise, it radiates out to 100, 150, 200 miles completely in a circle around us. That is the power that you behold, sweet ones. Your love is amazing, and it will transform anything and everything if you allow it to. So be that love. Be that magic. Be that pleasure that somebody can find in their pain, and put a smile in their hearts and a sparkle in their eyes, and watch the world transform in the physical. Have a great night, sweet ones. I love you, and I'm here for you. Bye-bye now.